Hi, friends. Welcome back. I'm Emily,
And I'm Whitney.
and you're listening to Cousins Talk Crime. You're listening to a true crime podcast. Today's episode may include sensitive or triggering topics. These topics may include domestic abuse, child abuse, substance abuse, sexual assault, torture, murder, and suicide.
So, Emily, what have you been up to?
Oh, what have I been up to? I've been working and trying to clean up after vacation
Oh, that's
and
fun.
working. So my employer is actually like about to sell to another company.
Oh,
So we're like going through the transition of that. And so every day is a new experience at work. So that's kind of fun, I guess.
yeah.
And yeah, so we've got that going on, and I've been watching the Olympics.
Ooh. I've caught a little bit, but not a lot.
Not a lot. I've seen a lot of it on TikTok, like the actual Olympians on TikTok, which is cool. I just love this day and age where like everything's these people that you see, like usually they're just like athletes that you're watching, but now they're like real people. Like I feel like me and Simone Biles are friends.
Right, because you get to, watch their every move on social media.
Yeah, love it.
No, yeah, it's been fun watching some of it, but I haven't watched a lot. Um, Last time we talked about the most common signs for serial killers. And by the way, Emily is a Pisces,
Yes.
and I'm a Cancer. And the top four are Cancer, Pisces, Sagittarius, and Scorpio.
We're ranking in the top two, folks.
Yep, and that is 40% of all serial killers are those four signs. I think that's a little crazy. It just makes me believe in signs even more
I don't know.
in
Because I
astrology.
don't think I'm anywhere close to
No, but for it to, you know what I mean, for that to
yeah.
be such a high percentage of like those same personality types,
Yeah.
I think it definitely, the astrology plays in. Because some people don't believe in it.
Yeah.
I believe in it.
Yeah. And I think I mean, I believe in it too. I believe into it in the general sense.
Mm-hmm.
Now, some people are like really into like
Yeah.
different moon signs. I've not ever, not that I don't believe it, I just haven't researched that, so I don't
No.
know. But I'm not
I know
super,
I've asked my mom like what exact time I was born
Mhm.
because if you know that, you can get like what, you know what I mean, a more like deep,
yeah.
but she doesn't know.
Really, your mom doesn't know when you were born?
Like the
Like
time.
the time of the day? See, I was born at like 6:30 in the morning. Mom remembers that. I don't
I
know
feel
why.
like last time I brought it up, she didn't, but it was a long, long time ago. So if she's listening. She's probably sitting in her car right now, like yelling at me, being like, I
I
do
do
too know what time you were. What are you? She probably won't remember the conversation. I know she's listening. So
I
now
know.
she's laughing.
Now she's laughing. And now she's pulling out her phone to text you.
Yeah. I'll get a call and not and just think she's regular calling, and it'll be on a Tuesday.
See, my mom's always a couple days behind.
Oh, not mine.
She's like, "Oh, I haven't watched your podcast yet." I'm like, "Wow, mom."
No, my mom knows when we don't like release anything.
Oh, wow, mom. I was kind of bebopping around on the internet and I saw where like the Delphi murder stuff, like all that stuff's about to start happening. So we're definitely gonna be covering the Delphi murder here soon. Um,
My mom wants us to really cover the Idaho 4 too.
I know your mom really does.
There's just
When's the
so much
trial?
into that one.
But when's the trial?
Next year. So
So
we
yeah,
have a
I'm thinking
while.
I think we need to wait just a little bit closer to where everything's good and fresh. Get
Yeah.
the Delphi stuff out of the system, get him tried,
Yeah.
and then we'll hop into that stuff.
Oh, I was looking for updates of Crystal Rogers and I just saw that the court case isn't until February of 2025. So that's a ways away.
It's a ways away.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of stuff's going to come out between now and then because last I was looking, I think they're all turning on each other. Like, I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
And I think they're finding out that that father and son combo have a lot more to do with it than they originally thought. From what I've read, like on Google, that Joseph, or I can't remember what his name is at this time, that the paraplegic kid, I'm pretty sure he had a lot more to do with it than they originally thought. So,
Well, that's interesting.
Yup.
I don't know. That's a good one to keep. I'm excited when it starts and we can keep updates on that one.
Me too. I hope he's found guilty.
Me too. The case I am doing today is about a 13-year-old boy who went missing and he's still never been found. He is still missing. And this one isn't far from us. It's in Perry County, Indiana. It's actually Bristow, Indiana. Do you know where that's at?
Mm-mm.
I looked. It's less than 2 hours away from us. So it's just like a little small town. That
right.
is where this missing person case takes place.
Okay.
His name is Ricky Lane Thomas Jr. He was only 13 years old when he went missing. And like I said, he's never been found again. Ricky was born on December 21st, 1983, to Tina and Ricky Thomas Sr. Ricky grew up with his mother and stepfather, John Martin, and they lived in Bristow, Indiana. Growing up, what I read, he was like a troublemaker, like a troubled child. He had actually, this day he went missing, he was expelled the day before. So he was home from, 13.
He looks so like sweet.
Yeah. He was like 5'7", 170 pounds. So he was like, and I don't want to say big, but for a 13-year-old, he was like a good size.
Yeah.
That's the size of some adults.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? 5'7", 170 pounds.
Yeah.
So, and he was only 13. Yeah, they said he had some behavioral issues. And him and his stepfather supposedly had several like incidents. Like I can't find anything to actually say he abused him, but I know there was one instance when he did go to the hospital for a head injury, and that was supposedly the stepdad who did it. But they didn't, when they took him to the hospital, that's not what they said. It came out later, like they made up a reason. They didn't say like
Yeah.
they were into an argument and, but that's rumors are that injury report was from the stepdad.
Interesting. So this was happened in 1996?
1997.
1997. Okay.
Yep.
Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. He had been expelled from school for threatening his teachers.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. And this supposedly led him to being homeschooled by his parents, well, his mom and stepdad. During the times when Ricky's parents couldn't control him, they sent him to his cousin's Daisy's house, and I guess she lived in Tell City for like weeks or months at a time. I guess from what I've read, like when he would have these outbursts, they would just send him off. And I guess he did better there.
Oh, well, that's good, I guess.
And they didn't have the issues with him when he was at home with his mom and stepdad. Yeah. So, on November 6, 1997, Ricky was seen by his stepfather, John, in their home around 11:30 a.m. Ricky had made a call to his cousin Daisy between 1:30 and 2 p.m. that day to confirm his plan on staying at her house for the night. Ricky had $20 to buy them food from McDonald's in Tell City. He was going to walk the 1.5 miles to her house after he got off the phone with her. Ricky left home and was last seen walking along Oak Ridge Road on the way to his cousin's house. Both parents were at work on this day, aside from his stepfather. It said who had came home briefly, possibly from a lunch break. Now, I just read that, but I have found in other reports that came out later that actually his stepdad didn't go to work at all that day. He had actually taken off work that day and made up a reason to his employer. Now, like I said, this one that I'm reading says that he must have just been home from his lunch break and saw him, but I'll get into the other ones that his employer comes out and said he actually wasn't. You know what I
He
mean?
wasn't at work that day at
He
all.
wasn't at work that day. And even though this report says he was walking along Oak Ridge Road, I haven't seen anything where anyone saw him. I think that was just the road to his cousin's house, so people assumed
That's what he
he
would have
was
taken.
taking that route. When he didn't arrive, Daisy called his home phone, and the stepdad answers again and says that he's not there, and she's like, okay, well, he's supposed to come here because we're going to, McDonald's. So then later that evening, towards the night, the cousin calls again and was like, and this time the mom answers. And since he never showed up that day, she was like, well, he was supposed to come here. Like, have you seen him? And neither one of them had seen him since that 11:30 interaction that the stepdad did. And this is another thing I thought was strange. The mom or the stepdad, he doesn't get reported missing till the next day. So I don't know what they thought the 13-year-old
Was doing.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's strange.
That is strange. I'd be worried.
Yeah. So, anyway, when they reported him missing that next day, the police and family friends searched the area that he was last seen, and they found no clues. They did discover that the same day Ricky had gone missing, both of his recently acquired 13-week-old puppies were also gone from the home. And his family does not believe that he took the puppies with him, however. So these two little dogs that he had just got were gone as well. They weren't in the home.
And it's not connected.
Well, here's the thing. His cousin was like, we were getting ready to go to McDonald's. Like, he wouldn't have brought the puppies. You know what I'm like? That was his plan, to go to McDonald's. Also, the $20 that he was using to pay for was sitting on his dresser. Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
A 13-year-old boy is not going to forget the $20.
Right. It said they did claim he took 2 backpacks with him when he left, but they found his wallet with $20 like on top of his dresser. He had also left behind other personal belongings, leading detectives to believe he had not planned on being gone for a very long time. And maybe just for this one overnight stay with the cousin. But like I said, his plan was to go eat McDonald's, stay the night there. She called that night and was like, he's supposed to be here hours ago. And it doesn't raise alarm to the mom or stepdad.
That is so weird.
They do not report him missing till the next day.
This is my 13-year-old child. This is
Mm-hmm.
and he walks there. Like, you know that he walks there and he's missing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, mom and dad.
Yeah. His mother and stepfather don't believe he ran away on his own, but his cousin claims she knew him better and she thinks he did run away on his own and that he'll eventually come back when he's an adult. I think I can't remember exactly the age they said she was, but she was driving age. So she was at least, but I don't think she was, I mean, that's a weird statement. I don't think she was mature when she, made this comment. Since detectives then kind of believe that maybe I think they're looking at a kid that had behavior problems. He was in trouble a lot in school. This wasn't his first time getting like expelled and stuff. Detectives initially believed that he probably maybe had just run away on his own. He doesn't get along good with his stepdad. And so a full detailed search of the family home and property was never conducted. So,
No words.
police now believe foul play was involved, and they have at least one suspect on their list, John Martin, which is the stepdad. Ricky Lane Thomas Sr., Ricky's biological father, was never a suspect, and he died from drug overdose in the year 2000 at age 39. And also, this is also when they were searching like the area to find him. Like I said, there was never one conducted of like the home and property. His stepdad never participated in the search. He also called his employer the next day to inform him he would be taking the day off to meet with his sister. Nobody knows where he was on that day, but it was reported that he never met up with his sister.
So what was he doing?
Yeah.
Was he covering something up
Mm-hmm.
before someone found it?
John also had issues with the polygraph testing done by police. Sometimes he would refuse to take the test, and when he would agree to taking the test, he would often walk out. So they would never get like a full, he would quit halfway through. Okay, this is what I find is super strange. After he was gone for a while, like just, no one could find him, he still wasn't showing up back home. Tina, the mom, got a call from a stranger saying they had proof that Ricky was still alive, but she needed to travel to a remote spot to get the proof. Tina and the police went to this remote area and found Ricky's snow globe on the ground. This gave her hope that he was still alive out there somewhere. So his own snow globe from his room is in this spot that the caller said. Unfortunately, shortly after this discovery, John, the stepdad, came forward and said he had set it up. He had called her and disguised his voice and planted this snow globe to give her a reason to, like, give her hope.
That's so random. Why would he have his snow globe? He left his
Why would
wallet
he
with
call and
$20.
disguise his voice to trick his
Wife.
And why is he making up a reason for there to be hope? I mean, unless he knows.
This guy.
Mm-hmm.
This guy did it. I don't even have to listen to the rest. It's him. But I just don't get the snow globe. Why would you think that that's evidence? Why
Right.
would he have the snow globe? Oh, hey, you're going to come abduct me out of my room? Let me grab, not my wallet. Let me grab my snow globe.
So random and just like, why? And this isn't like forever afterwards. You know what I mean? Like he did this like, shortly after. Like I'm gonna pretend that he's alive and well and plant. He drove out to that place, put that there, and then called his wife.
Weird.
Yeah.
That is so weird.
After the snow globe incident and John's unusual behavior, Tina divorced him and refused to speak to him ever again.
Good job, Tina. He obviously has killed your child.
Yeah, she was like, I'm voicing you. That was weird and that was creepy.
That was so weird.
And like, why? Why'd you do that to me?
I don't know. That I feel like guilty people do really weird things.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a really weird thing. So it really makes me
Yeah.
think that this guy's done something.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, so he was never found. It goes like to a cold case. Like he never shows back up. So this was in, what year did I say? 1997. In 2015, oh, I forgot to mention this part too. Before 2015, you're gonna like this part. A girl who worked at an insurance company came forward and said the stepdad was in 2 weeks before asking how much he could get insurance if someone died in his family.
When did she come forward with that information?
After he had been missing. She thought it was relevant to bring up.
Well, yeah, that is relevant to bring up.
He didn't get one, but he was asking all the questions. Like how soon will the payout come? Whose name needs to be on? Mm-hmm. If someone in his family would pass away.
Okay.
And then the stepfather unfortunately passed away in 2005, so they said any answers he had went with him.
Son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm. So that leads me to November 2015. After they were following up on several leads and tips, they got one tip claiming Ricky's body could be in the Newton Lake in Ferdinand off Ferdinand Road East. Police sent dive teams to the lake, but to this day, their findings have never been released to the public. It never gave like where the tip came from or anything or how they got that tip, and then it never released what was actually found at the lake that they sent the dive teams to. So I thought that was pretty bizarre.
Mm-hmm.
I did get on Reddit because there was two really big threads on this one. And a lot of people have mixed things about the stepdad, saying that they think the snow globe incident isn't enough like evidence that he did it, but with the insurance and some people are like he clearly did. But they never, even though he was a suspect, they never arrested him. They never charged him with, they've never charged anybody. It's still an unsolved open crime. And there's not been any updates since the 2015 when he looked.
I just don't feel like a 13-year-old boy that has clearly had issues with the family, with his attitude, all this kind of stuff. A 13-year-old boy just doesn't go missing. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, it's like girls that go missing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
This boy did not just miraculously go missing off the face of the planet. Someone that knows him did something.
Yeah.
And I think, according to the people that he knows.
Mm-hmm. And it did come out later on that no one actually saw him. There's no eyewitnesses that ever saw him walking. The last known place is in his house with his stepdad, was his last person to see him alive. And I also, this was another thing on Reddit that I read, and I did read this on another site, but the stepdad didn't like that he had these new two dogs. So if it was the stepdad, he might have just got rid of all three of them together, because it doesn't make sense why the two dogs and him are all missing. And it doesn't make sense that he'd take the dogs to McDonald's.
Yeah.
And the cousin said he'd never, it wasn't like he brought the dogs, you know, he's always left them at home.
Yeah.
He doesn't like take them on trips.
Yeah.
He's 13. He don't want to take care of two dogs when he's at McDonald's.
No.
No one does.
No one does.
So the fact that the stepdad didn't like the fact that he had the dogs, didn't like the dogs, now they're all gone.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Life's good for him now.
Yeah, no one's seen the dogs either. I don't know what person, I mean, I know there are people, but if you're snatching a kid outside of the road, I doubt you're going to snatch up the two puppies.
Yeah.
You're probably
Someone
just
would
going
have
to,
seen the puppies around or...
yeah, no one's seen the dogs or him ever since.
Oh my gosh.
No, I couldn't figure out what he died from, but I did see where they didn't list his stepson as like a son or relative or anything in his obituary. Which I don't know if that's because they divorced, you know what I mean? They
Maybe,
divorced
probably.
and he wasn't a part of it anymore. I think the biggest thing with this case is, I think the snow globe thing's weird, but the insurance thing, I don't understand why police never could get enough. With someone who walks out of and denies polygraphs, I guess I don't understand why he was never charged with anything. I mean, I guess because they didn't have no physical evidence.
There was zero physical evidence.
Yeah.
Zero.
And I mean, he was seen home that evening when his wife was home. And I don't know if he pretended to like go to work and then came back at that time, but I don't feel like he had like a large time frame. But I mean, maybe large enough to do something with, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I guess where this is, it is forestry and hills, you know. But they did say they searched it. But like I said, the last update is when they got the tip, and they didn't tell you who the tip came from, why the tip. In 2015, that's a long time to get a tip.
Yeah, and why does this person randomly know that he's in this lake?
Yeah, and we're talking, I mean, how many years later is that?
What, that's 15, that's 18 years later?
But still, 18 years later is a really long time to call him a tip.
That is. And shame on that person for holding on to that information for as long as they did.
Mm-hmm.
shame on you if you are holding on to information like that, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Come clean now or never, like, for crying out loud.
Yeah, the last update on this case was 2015 when dive teams went in, but to this day they've never released to the public what they found. So Emily, what do you think happened?
What do I think happened? I think here is how I am orchestrating it in my mind. So, boy's in trouble. He just got expelled.
Mm-hmm.
Stepdad decides he's going to take the day off of work to punish this boy in whatever way. Like, he needs to have a man-to-man kind of talk with him. And then things may not go as planned.
Mm-hmm.
Something may happen. Might as well just include the puppies on this. Or
Yeah.
maybe the boy decided he was going to run away,
Yeah.
grabbed his puppies, and then this guy did something. I think something happened between his stepdad. I really don't think this is some kind of a random act. I don't think this is a kid that ran away. I don't think this is a kid that was randomly picked up by a stranger. I think whatever happened to him happened. Someone that knows him is who did this. And do we know why he got expelled? He got expelled for what?
Threatening the teachers.
Threatening the teachers. I was thinking.
I mean, could he have threatened his stepdad?
Yeah, I was thinking you could leave it up in the air if he like threatened a kid and the kid did something. But no, if he threatened a teacher wouldn't retaliate like that. So I think stepdad tried to be a big man and ended up.
And there was also incidents of physical altercations in the past.
And he's practically a grown man. So
oh yeah,
if stepdad
some
wanted,
of the reports say 5'7", 5'8", but they all say 170 pounds. But his height isn't perfect. But that's an adult.
Yeah.
For 13.
So stepdad, maybe like, well, I'm gonna punish this 13-year-old, but he doesn't realize this 13-year-old's a grown man, and it ends up taking too much force to punish him, and he ends up killing him or something,
Because, I mean, for him to go to the hospital with a head injury prior, that makes me think, I mean, it had to be pretty bad for him to go to the hospital.
Yeah. Especially if it's because your parents abused you.
And I want to say his aunt or someone took him, and he told them what happened, and she wanted to get him checked out, but she didn't want to get, the stepdad in trouble. But she came forward later and said that's what he, and she wishes she would have, probably told the truth. But after that, I feel like why was he not looked into hard? And like you said, there's no evidence, I guess.
Especially after the weird snow globe incident, like.
After he missed that, can't you get in trouble for like tampering with it, like something, like arrest him? Like he's pretending to be the person who took him. Why didn't he get arrested for that? I feel like that's like misleading and you know what I mean? The police went with her and wasted their time and resources for you to plant a snow globe. Okay.
It's so weird. It's
Arrest
so odd.
him, but he's dead now.
Arrest him, but he's dead now. And like honestly, people like that, even if like what it was, like say it was an accident, on your deathbed, confess.
Right.
Tell people what you did and where he is.
And the dogs.
And no, he's going to take it to his grave. Because I honestly don't think it can be anybody else.
No, I don't believe in the 1 mile walk he got picked up. I mean, I know it can happen. And I mean, it's happened before. But why did he leave his money? That he was paying for at McDonald's with.
A kid's not going to forget his wallet.
He called at 11:30, said he was leaving, didn't take the money, but supposedly took 2 backpacks. But so then they were saying it was a runaway. But like, so you're gonna run away without your money?
Yeah,
in your wallet. I think that would have been the most important thing to take.
Yeah, that would have been the most important thing for him to take.
But he took 2 backpacks and 2 dogs, and no one's seen him. No eyewitnesses saw him on the road.
Yeah.
A kid with 2 puppies and backpacks.
Yeah, but it's not right.
And then another thing that bothered me is them not reporting it the next day. Till the next day. That gave them all night.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Because, I mean, say he convinced her, like, let's wait, see if he comes home. He gave himself
Lots of time.
lots of, if you think of it that way.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. He probably somehow talked her into it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, you know
He'll come
him,
back, he's mad, he's blown off steam. You know, he has behavior issues.
which is fine. Like, that's fine. Some people need to blow off steam, but he's a 13-year-old in the wilderness.
Yeah.
We don't just allow our 13-year-old to go live out in the woods
No, I bet he
to release some
convinced her, and then he
steam.
had a long time to
Do what he
till the
needed to
next
do.
day. Yeah. Which it sounds like with her divorcing him after that, she didn't know.
Yeah.
Because I would say if they were in cahoots, you know what I
Would have
mean?
told on him.
Yeah, would have told on him or stayed married to, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But for her to divorce him after his little snow globe calling her from a fake voice. So I don't think she knew, which is sad. But no, that case to me was bizarre.
It is bizarre. It's a weird one.
And I did want to talk about, I'm hoping it's my next case. And I wanted to do it this one, but I have a couple family members that I've talking to, and this one is a local, like more local case. It's Elnora, Indiana, and it's an unsolved murder. And I do have family members that are saying that they will possibly talk about it. So I would love to we haven't done that in a while. I feel like where we have like the voice of, the family.
Yeah.
But this murder is unsolved. And when I went through our messages, because at the very beginning, I felt like we used to get flooded with, we do this. I saw at least 2 or 3 for this case. So I know it's something our listeners want to hear about. So when I do it, I want to have as much information. And because on this one, there's like nothing.
Yeah.
It's like the same news article. Nothing. No Reddit thread. No, there's nothing. No updates. So I'm excited to actually speak to the family and get some insight on the
Yeah.
case and bring that one to you guys because I think that will be a good one. It is interesting because there's not a lot on it and it's a very weird case. And it's very close to, Elnora is not very far.
No, it's not far at all. Eleanor is just down the road.
So no, I'm excited to bring you guys that one and learn some more information on it myself.
Is that it? That's all we got?
I believe so.
Believe so. Okay. Summer is ending.
I know.
When do your kids go back to school?
Wednesday.
This week?
Wednesday. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Literally in like how many days? Like 5?
Yeah.
What is today? Friday?
Why does summer
5 days.
When I was a kid, summer felt like a lifetime.
It's
Like it felt like so
it's
long.
8 weeks now.
8 weeks is it?
8.5 weeks. They keep shortening it and shortening it. I know when we went, it was like late August. Like we'd have to go back to like 22nd, 23rd. And every year the boys have been in school, they've like, you know what I mean? Now it's the 14th, 15th. Now it's the 10th. This year it's the 7th. I'm like, why do you keep moving it up?
Yeah.
That's a lot. Now, I will say since they moved it up, they get a full week for fall break.
Yeah.
So it's actually like both weekends and the full week. You get off that Friday weekend, full week, don't go back to the following Monday. And they do that for spring break too. They do have longer breaks.
Yeah.
Christmas break is longer. And I do love a full week for fall break.
Yeah, because I didn't have that growing up. We only had a couple days.
No, yeah, like
It was
2
like
days.
a Thursday and a Friday.
Yeah. I love the Friday you're off and then you don't go back to the following Monday.
Yeah.
It's nice because you can take them to all the fall things in that week. So I think I do like it, if they're giving us more days off throughout the year. But still, it does feel like summer's really.
It just flies.
Mm-hmm.
It's like before you know it, it's 4th of July. And then after that, it's like, oh,
Summer's over.
spooky season.
But we love spooky season.
Yes, we are going to get into spooky season. I'm so excited.
I know.
I was telling Whitney earlier, the friend of mine that created our logo, our little cartoon of us, I think we're wanting to get like a Halloweeny type logo for the fall.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to decide, do we want to be like little ghosts or do we want to be wearing like little Halloween costumes? Could be cute.
That'd be fun, yeah.
So I don't know. Our logo's either going to change to little ghosts or something. It's going to change to something Halloweeny. I'm hoping to have that switch on September 1st.
Oh, yeah.
That's because
100%.
I love fall. Whitney,
And I love fall.
That is something that we are in tune with. And so,
Oh, yeah. I think fall could be all year round.
yeah, from September 1st until October 31st,
Yeah.
I am.
We're going to be in spooky
Following up.
season in here.
And then I do get into Christmas. Like as soon as Halloween's over, I'm like, Christmas.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want to get some little knickknacks to put like on the back and stuff that
that'd
are
be
like
cute.
Halloweeny and stuff. So we're excited. I
Yeah,
just
I am.
love crisp fall. Like
I love the
breeze and
scents.
stuff. The scents.
Yeah.
Going to the Cover Bridge
I
Festival.
love the coffee.
Mm,
So good. Like butter pecan, pumpkin. Give it all to me.
I want the pumpkin.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I want the soups. Give me all the soups.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
We're
Football.
definitely football. Love it. My parents got season tickets this year, so we're gonna be footballing
that'll
it
be
up.
fun.
Yep. And then we are definitely
Oh, you're scaring
going
me.
to like haunted houses, and I want to look into
Clinton
see
has
how
to
much it
have a
costs.
really good one.
I think it burnt down. I feel like last time I drove by, it looked like it had burnt.
Dang. My kids ran out of there crying, like didn't look back, straight to the road. I mean, sprinting out. Told me I was the worst mom in the world. I mean, they were screaming on the way out.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so if
I was like fighting them to get out too, though.
oh my gosh, there are some people that listen to this podcast that know us personally, and so they will know. There will be a select few people that know that Whitney's sister Ashley's birthday falls in October, and their mom, would throw like a haunted house birthdays for Ashley.
Yeah.
And like there were times we were at the haunted house, like at the skating rink, her whole birthday was there. I remember getting chased into the Dairy Queen before.
We
By,
would
like, a Michael
always have
Myers.
like a haunted wood set up at our house
And the haunted
too.
woods,
Yeah.
I've had that too. Oh my gosh.
We'd make like a trail through the woods and they'd like have people come out and scare us
Yeah, your parents went all out.
all out.
All out. Yeah, I remember getting chased. You know where the skating rink is in Linton? To the Dairy Queen, which is right next door. I remember him following me into the Dairy Queen.
That's too
so
much.
scared.
Like get out of character.
So scared.
That's too much.
So yeah, but I do want to get online and look at like those places that are like an actual like haunted asylum or something that you can go and like ghost hunt in the evening.
That'd be cool.
I want to look into that and see like how much it costs.
Yeah.
Like I think we should do one of those.
Yeah, we should. What's funny, an interesting fact, my sister and Emily's brother have the same birthday.
They do. It's coming up in October.
Yeah. Same exact birthday.
Same exact birthday. What, 5 years apart?
Yeah.
Yes, 5 years apart. Matthew's 5th birthday, Ashley was born
Aww.
on October 8th.
Yeah.
And then I think our grandpa's birthday was on the 9th. There's a lot of people that have an October 8th birthday.
Yeah.
It's a very common birthday, I think.
Yeah.
I feel like when Facebook rolls around on that day, I've got like 6 friends that have birthdays.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, I'm pumped about October and September.
Me too. Like,
And I love it now that everyone starts early. Like you'll have the fall coffee and stuff out in September. They don't want to like just use that for a month either, I feel like.
oh no, I think it comes out in August because
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, I remember last year I was away for work. I was in Baltimore for work. And I was there the whole month of August, and they brought out the pumpkin spice latte stuff while I was out there.
Oh,
So
man.
I think like
Yeah.
It's definitely on the shelves on
Mm-hmm.
September 1st, but I think like the week before that.
Yeah. And I like pumpkin spice, but I like a lot of the other fall. I know the coffee place I go to, they have like bourbon caramel and stuff
Hmm.
like all kinds of different ones.
Yep.
So good. So we're excited. I already started buying Halloween t-shirts to wear for the podcast.
Oh yeah, Whitney bought me. I'm so
You
excited.
should have showed your mom.
Oh yeah. Alright, I will show it to her. But Whitney got me a sweatshirt. I can't wait to wear it. I will probably wear it like the first
Chilly night.
the first spooky episode, or like the first episode that will release in spooky season. I will probably be wearing it,
I think it's so cute.
which will be that's probably coming up. Let me
We'll have
look.
to open these windows during the fall
Oh yeah,
and
we
let the
will.
breeze just
Oh, it's gonna be great.
wave our hair and smell that
Whitney, I
wood burn.
can't wait. Okay, so this one, two, three. So next time we record, I won't. But the next time we record,
You'll be having it on.
it'll be spooky season for us.
I'm excited.
Me too.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in.
And listening to that spooky talk. We I think we spent the last 15 minutes talking about how
Spooky,
excited we
yeah.
are for fall. Okay, well, thank you guys for listening, and we will catch you in the next one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.